Yo, what's up guys, it's Adrian back at it with another video. Today I'm going to be rewrapping the interior of the 335i. There's a couple trim pieces that are starting to peel off, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll show you guys a little bit what I mean when I get to the car and start taking it out. So this is the camo that I have in, the vinyl that I have in my car. It's digital camo. To do this you're going to need a heat gun. I got a knife, X-Acto knife, and then a couple of trim piece poppers. So I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I'm thinking about doing the interior, like redoing it completely sometime in the winter. But for now, I kind of want to just fix the imperfections that it has now, at least. And then if I decide to rewrap it, then I'll go ahead and do that. I had already did like a red, gray, and black camo before. I'll drop a picture in the video right now. And then I ended up doing this one. So today I'm gonna bring you guys with. I'm gonna go to the car, show you guys exactly what I mean by the imperfections, and then we're gonna go ahead and pop it out and take off the wrap and rewrap it, make it look a little bit more pristine, if you want to say. Alright, so this is what the interior is looking like. I got ride seats. I got this Alcantara steering wheel. You can find the link on our channel of installing that. It's probably one of my favorite things to install because it's got the red stitching, fully suede. I'm thinking about doing the headliner suede because for some reason it's gray and the carpet's black, which is kind of weird. I guess the M Sport ones are the only ones that had the black ceiling. Right now that's what it's looking like. I know it's a little dark. Bring out the flash so you guys can see. So we got all the trim wrapped, and this is what I was talking about right here. So you could see that on the vent it's starting to come off, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that out. I also got this. I'm gonna take it off. I got this at NorCal Dynamics. You can use code BRKE335i for 5% off. But yeah, I got the back all there. This fully done. I also got this off of NorCal Dynamics. My car's automatic, it's not manual, but I wanted this to fit the steering wheel. So Alcantara, full Alcantara. I got the carbon knob, and then once I do the Alcantara headliner, it'll piece it all together. So I think this is gonna be a project. I might do the stars on the roof like people like to do, but we'll see, because that shit looks like it fucking takes forever and I don't really want to do that. And also I got the carbon fiber here. If you wanted to see the video of me putting that on, it's with the video with the steering wheel. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take off this trim piece. I'm gonna have to disconnect this button, and then once we have this piece off, the vents come off with it, and then I'll show you guys how to take off the vents once we get this piece off. Alright, so I'm gonna start off by prying it over here by the stop button. Just be able to pop it out. There's some pins in there that are holding it into the dash, so you just want to put a little bit of tension on it. It starts to pop out a little bit. There we go. I start using my hands. There we go. Like I said before, this whole piece is gonna come out together. Shit, I don't want that to come out. I just want to make sure that I don't rip out this fucking piece back here. There we go. So it's just a little tab back there. You want to disconnect that, and then there will still be another tab right here for the fucking, I'm pretty sure, unless that was it right there. So after struggling for a little bit on the right side, I finally was able to pull it out. Alright, I think there's still some cords that need to be disconnected, which was the other one that I was talking about. God damn. Alright, so after forever struggling, I moved these wires up a little bit. There's a little pin that kind of holds the wires down. I don't know, for some reason the bottom sense, the one that's farthest in, was being such a hassle on getting out, but I finally got it out. So here's the whole trim piece. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it inside, show you guys how we wrap this thing. Alright, so basically you start by getting an 8mm. Take this off right here. Just got that one off. the other one off. Should be able to use a pry tool, one of these picks, to be able to get this off. Alright guys, so basically what I did is I used a little straight pick, if you guys can see, and pried out the vents. So now we got the vent out. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the other vent right here to remove this one, and then pop out the start button right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the other one. Like I said, be careful when you're printing out these. So these little tabs, if you guys can see, there's little tabs where the grooves go on, like these little grooves, they go into the little holes right there on the side, and they basically hug it. So you want to push in between the things so they pop out and unhook. Once you get them all unhooked, it should be able to pop out just like that. And now I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And for the start button, I believe you just pinch it. So this one should be fairly simple. Pinch it, push it through, comes out. So now all that's left is the other vent. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that one off, and then I'll show you guys kind of how you go ahead and wrap this. Alright, so I got all the vents off. I'm gonna start peeling off the wrap. So basically this is what it looks like from top to bottom. Go ahead and peel off the wrap and then show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so for this, you want to make sure they use the heat gun just so that the adhesive doesn't start picking at it, because as you can tell right there, there's a little bit of paint on the inside of the trim, which was getting peeled off with the wrap. So you want to go ahead and heat it so that it kind of makes it a little bit more loose. So you want to just hit it with heat, and that'll help it start to peel off. Basically, you just want to keep repeating that until you finally get all of it off. And then we'll go ahead and apply we'll clear up all the goo that's on the trim from the vinyl, and then we'll go ahead and rewrap it. So I'm going to go ahead and peel all this off, and then I'll show you guys what the wooden grain looks like, and then we'll get started on rewrapping this. So I got all the wrap off. This is what it looks like. This is the wood grain I was talking about. It's alright. I mean, it looks clean and everything, but I don't know. I wanted something different, especially with the red interior. I feel like brown does not go good with it. But I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, get all the little sticky stuff that is on the vinyl that's on here, get it cleared off, and then go ahead and trim another piece of this, and then mock it up with this, and start putting it on. I went ahead and cleaned it. I ended up using the Turtle Wax Bug and Tar Remover just to get the stickiness off of here. And then I used just Pledge just to clean it up. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna mock this up. I'm gonna see how much I need of this. Then I'm gonna start putting it together and kind of show you guys how I piece it all together. All right, so basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this down and kind of trace. You want to trace a little extra just because you never know how much exactly you're gonna need. You're definitely gonna need a little bit more than you expect. So go ahead and trace this. All right. Now that we got the piece that we need, go ahead and lay it down again. Make sure that this fit. Alright, it's gonna fit. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and peel this all off. Get the vinyl laid out. Go ahead and find a good spot for this to go on. So you want to lay it down. Maybe not right there. It's a good thing about vinyl, you could reapply. So I'm trying to find a good median just to put it on. It doesn't matter for it to be perfect, because as we pick it up, we start to reapply. So you can always lift it up from where it's at. and start to apply it the way that it should. Alright, so pretty much got it all tucked in. Not all of it yet, but it looks a little ugly right here. I'm gonna go ahead and slice all this. I do for the most part have this side. Yeah, this side's pretty much done. I need to heat up this to push it in, but I'm gonna wait until I clean all the excess off, and then I still have to do this edge. So right now I'm gonna go through, make sure there's no more bubbles, and then we can move on to the holes where like the sensors and stuff go. Put it all back on. You can tell by the vents, it's not peeling no more. Got the button in. It's looking pretty sleek if you ask me. On the back, again, it's not gonna look the prettiest, but it's enough to hold it so that it doesn't peel off. So now all I gotta do is go back in the car. You see even the corners look good. Even on this side, messed up a little bit on the vent right here, but nothing too crazy. It even focuses right there, but nothing crazy, no bubbles, nothing like that. Made sure all that was good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the car, basically put everything back in the way that it was the first time, and show you guys what it looks like when it's done. I mean, it's gonna look pretty much the same as the beginning, but I'll show you guys a little bit of what it looks like. So I finally got the trim back on, put a little bit better light on it. So that's what it's looking like. It looks a lot better than it did before. The edges are all good. So I finally got that done. I didn't have to do the rest of it just because all of this was already like pretty much good. It's not really peeling off anywhere. And then I got the back, you can see back there, and then right here, as well as the other side, and then there's the door or whatever, even right here. I'm gonna have to redo that one eventually, but for now it's good. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys are new to wrapping the 335i, or if you guys are just here watching the video just because you want to follow along on the process of this car, but it's fairly simple. It's just very tedious because obviously you want to make sure that there's no bubbles, there's no imperfections. Obviously, if you're wasting all that time doing it, you want it to turn out good, you know. But yeah, fairly easy. This part is the one that's pretty hard, so thank God I didn't have to rewrap that, because that one I had Rudy help me with last time, since it was a little bit more tedious. But I'd probably rate that like 5 out of 10 in difficulty. And I've never really wrapped anything. The only thing I've ever wrapped is my interior. I usually go somewhere else. Like I had my boy Harlem, who wraps cars and stuff like that. I had him do it for me previously when I had done the previous wrap. But I'm satisfied with how it came out. I might end up wrapping it a different one in the winter. I don't know, maybe you guys could drop some comments down below. I was thinking paint splatter, something like that, because the carbon fiber one's like $700 for all the pieces, but obviously those are actual carbon pieces. I'm not going to pay that much money, so that's why I went with the digital camo. I'm going to be doing the Alcantara's headliners sometime soon. And then if you guys know anyone who does headlights, I have the RGB headlights that I need to put in, and I have the honeycomb lenses that need to be put in as well. But when I open up the headlights, I want to black them out. I don't really know that I want to do it myself, just because I think you're supposed to bake it at 225 in the oven for 15 minutes, which that does not sound good to me, especially since it's plastic. So if you guys know anybody, make sure to drop that down below too. I still have to go install my fuel pump, my low pressure fuel pump, to go E85. I think it's rated for 650 horsepower. I probably won't be running that much, but once I drop that in and I get the custom tune, which I'm going to do with Wedge Performance probably sometime next year, I'll be probably around 450 and I probably won't push this car much past 500, 550 the max, just because if I go anywhere near 6s in this car, since it doesn't have the forged internals, I'll probably end up blowing the motor, and I wouldn't want that. But I want to push this car, obviously, so we'll do that. I'm going to do the E50 map with flames and the 93, so stay tuned for that. That'll be a video coming probably sometime next year. I don't know. I know Jeremy has to do his trunk setup. We'll be working on that. Rudy's got a bunch of stuff done that we need to do for his car. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing a workout video. We'll be filming a workout video this weekend, which will be dropped next week. So stay tuned for that. And I'm not really sure what more I'll be doing to this car. I want to wait to get the turbo, but I just don't have the money for that now. And I'm kind of indifferent on, do I get new wheels? Do I redo them? Because one of them is leaking air, because they never really fixed the issue when they powder coated it. But I'm going to be looking around for either some Apexes or the CS style wheels. I still want to get the CS style trunk, so I'm looking for that. If you guys know anybody who has that, shoot me a DM on Instagram. But I'm going to wrap up the video here. So as always, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because that helps our channel a lot with the algorithm and stuff, helps push our video, all our content. So until next time, peace.